I agree totally. I agree.
You want to talk
all
about
right.
Elizabeth Warren?
Yeah. She gave, I thought, the speech was not the best speech I've ever seen her give. And I thought it was pretty good. And I think to a certain extent, I don't know. It's very hard to get into the minds of these politicians and know what their agenda is. But I think, she anticipated she would be speaking after Bernie Sanders. And I don't know. I know that has to implicate how you write your speech. But I don't know what the agenda is for someone in that situation. There was a lot of talk, and I think this is true. They corralled all the liberals, the left, the Warren wing, the Sanders wing, however you want to say it, onto one night, the first night, right? Let's get past this. Let's do it. It also helps to step on all of their messages, right? Because if you had, let's say, Bernie Sanders on night one, Elizabeth Warren on night two, those are going to be the headlines to a large extent, at least in terms of ideology.
Right.
And so everybody's on one night. I don't know from Elizabeth Warren's perspective, and I think, she has not been in any way hesitant in support of Clinton, except for she hesitated for a while to support her, Clinton. There's a lot of reason to believe that is a very pragmatic decision on her part. A lot of reason to believe that she is much more aligned with Bernie Sanders' policies. And, it's conceivable to me that she didn't want to overshadow Bernie Sanders. But here she is talking about the system being rigged, which, of course, is it's been a Warren theme, but it was also a very clearly Bernie Sanders theme.
Corporate profits are at all-time highs. CEOs make tens of millions of dollars. There's lots of wealth in America, but it isn't trickling down to hardworking families like yours. Does anyone here have a problem with that? Yeah, well, I do too. People get it. The system is rigged. It's true. Now, so-called experts claim America is in trouble because both political parties in Washington refuse to compromise. Gridlock. That is just flat wrong. Washington works great for those at the top. When giant companies wanted more tax loopholes, Washington got it done. When huge energy companies wanted to tear up our environment, Washington got it done. When enormous Wall Street banks wanted new regulatory loopholes, Washington got it done. No gridlock there. But try to do something, anything for working people, and you'll have a fight on your hands. Democrats have taken on those fights. That's what we do. Democrats fought to get health insurance for more Americans. Democrats fought for a strong consumer agency so big banks can't cheat people. We fought, we won, and we improved the lives of millions of people. Thank you, Barack Obama. Yes, we won, but Republicans and lobbyists battled us every step of the way. 5 years later, that consumer agency has returned $11 billion to families who were cheated. And Republicans, they're still trying to kill it. Now look, I'm not someone who thinks that Republicans are always wrong and Democrats are always right. There's enough blame to go around. But there is a huge difference between people fighting for a level playing field and the people fighting to keep the system rigged.
There you have it.
Yeah.
I mean, that is a direct, directly addressing the Sanders folks, and I think very effectively.
Also kind of rebuking this sort of lazy kind of, I forget the guy's name who writes in the National Journal, who always writes pieces about leadership. You know, the kind of both sidism sort of argument. Yeah, Fournier.
Hello, you. I'm Sam Seder. Looking for smart progressive talk that is occasionally amusing? Well, subscribe to our YouTube feed. Subscribe to our podcast. Like us on Facebook. And just generally enjoy us.